Alright guys, we're back again. My thing crashed again. But I think I realized what the problem was, I have the worst freaking electronic system, or I have one outlet in my room, and my computer's on the other side of the room. So I have literally 3 multi-adapters, you know, the ones where it looks like a cord, and then there's like 6 outlets. So I literally have one where it's one multi-outlet thing plugged into another one, to make like a giant extension cord. And on the last one, I realized that my HD PVR thing was plugged into the shitty one that, like, half the time doesn't even work. And so I realized that my thing is probably losing power, and that's why it's being not working. But I switched what outlet it was in, and hopefully it'll start working and not crash. And it went a lot longer this time. This time it went like 28 minutes, and the other times it went like 4 minutes. So hopefully it'll last a little longer. Alright, so this is where we use that mystery key we picked up earlier, like a long time ago before I died a bunch of times.
Oh, still human, are you? Then I am in luck. Could you help me? As you can see, I am stuck without recourse.
Alright, so we have the option to open him. We use the mystery key we picked up. Then we can talk to this guy.
Thank you. Yes, sincerely. I am Knight Lautrec of Cari. I truly appreciate this. And I guarantee a reward. Only later.
Alright. Oh, bells and stuff too. What those bells mean is when you're online, like I am, you're just like connected into their server. And the bells, when they ring, that means another player who's also online has just beaten the boss of this church and rung the first bell, which is like our quest given, or not our quest, it's, well, yeah, it's what you're supposed to do in the game. It's what the crestfallen merchant told us, or crestfallen soldier told us to do. Large soul of a nameless soldier. Fun. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, that guy Lautrec, he is really useful for this like part of the game, and then later he's just mean. He's just mean, guys. He's mean. Wrong way. Forgot what I was doing. So we go down here and we ride down the elevator, and we're on not a new area we've seen before, but it's pretty cool that I like. That shit looks cool. It's just like the tower. Whoa. Usually you have to think about doing that. Alright. So, as you can see, we are back at Firelink. Ta-da! And, which is sweet. That's run down here. So what we do here is we come talk to Lautrec again, who has moved himself down here.
Ah, hello there. I have your reward. Please, accept it. I am grateful to you for freeing me. Not enough for you? Well, let's not be greedy now.
yeah, the sunlight metal are kind of useless, like, unless you join the Sun Bros, which I have no intention of doing. But you need to talk to him down here before you go back up to the top, and I'll explain to you why. But right now, we're gonna talk to this lady. No response, she cannot speak. She, I don't know, I think she had her tongue cut out or something crazy. But right here, reinforce Esper status. Use Firekeeper Soul. Firekeeper Soul is that thing we picked up right after killing the not Black Knight. And so what we do is, to reinforce our Estus Flask, we give it to her, and she reinforces our Estus Flask. And now, so you can see, under Estus Flask, it says +1 right in the bottom left-hand corner. And that just makes it so it heals more every time we use an Estus. And then we're gonna rest here. And then we're going to reverse hollowing, which is where we take one of our humanity from the top left corner, and you revive to human. It makes us not ugly anymore, but it also makes us susceptible to being invaded by people who want to kill me, which sucks. And so now that we're healthy, we run back up here. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention. Firelink, since it has a Firekeeper, which is the lady downstairs that we gave the thing to, it gives us 10 humanity right off the bat. Other bonfires that don't have Firekeepers, you have to reverse hollowing like I just did, and then you can do this thing called kindling the bonfire. And after you kindle it, you will be able to have 10 Estus from every bonfire, not just Firelink. Or not every bonfire. When you kindle the bonfire, it'll, for that particular bonfire, you will always get 10 Estus instead of 5. But I don't do that for most of them because humanity is pretty important, and I don't need it usually. For this playthrough, since I'm doing awful so far, I might. But hopefully not. So we're running back down here, and I will do another thing to show you guys something. You guys are learning so much right now. If you have never played Dark Souls before. If you didn't, you're just like, oh, this shit's boring, because this guy's what a noob. I doubt any of you were like that. But that's alright.
Well, you must be a new.
Oh, he has nothing good to say.
And speak to me.
This is Andre. What? No. Shit. Talk.
Well, you need any.
He's like the blacksmith, and so what you do with him is you take Titanite shards. How many do I need? 9, 6. I'll buy 3. I think that's how many I need. And then what you can do with these Titanite shards is you can reinforce your weapons. So if you see at the top right, there's a required amount of souls it takes to upgrade your weapon, and there's a required amount of Titanite shards. It requires 1 for the first level, and 6 is how many you have with you. But it can also access your bottomless box, which is nice. Upgraded +1, just whenever you upgrade an item, it adds damage. But you can also upgrade it using different kinds of Titanites and large embers, which I'll explain later, which will make it so it can either do like fire damage or electric damage or divine damage, stuff like that. But right, I think for this playthrough, just gonna go up the normal Titanite path, which can go all the way up to +15. And as your weapon gets higher, you need different embers. Boom! One shot, see? Ow. I ran out of endurance because I suck. And so, you see that, that's why reinforcing your weapons is really important in this game. Different people who have played this game will say different things like leveling up is more important or reinforcing your weapons is more important. Personally, I think being right in the middle is most important, because if you're super leveled up but if you have a low reinforced weapon, you're still not going to do that much damage. But if you have a really high reinforced weapon but you have no health, there's no point to having a weapon that strong because you're just going to die. Heal again because I keep getting hit by these douche schnauzels. Let's see if I can roll past these guys. Oh, no, I can't. Shit. I wasn't fast rolling. Usually, if you do that right, you can just get past those guys. You don't have to kill them all and take damage. But if you are awful, like me, you will take damage. Or even die. Alright, so you see right here, we can summon Lautrec, which is awesome. Summoning Phantom. What a dumbass. What a dumbass. But even this way, it's a lot easier to kill these guys, just having him. See? And now he will help you kill your enemies. Except he is also a Doomus. But yeah, we would not have been able to summon him right here if we had not talked to him at Firelink. And then here is Solaire, who we also talked to. And you are not able to summon these people if you are not human. So if you're not, like, if you're not with your skin and stuff. Alright, so Solaire just toss those guys, heal up real fast, and go in here. We can also summon, like, regular players, but I don't think I'm going to do that much this game. I usually either just one-on-one the bosses or use a NPC, like Solaire or Lautrec. For this fight, you can get two, which is really nice. And they're not as, like, effective as having a regular, like, human. And just because they're not, you know, they're not as smart, they're computers. But they do both Lautrec and Solaire do huge damage to these guys. And that makes this fight incredibly easy. So that's pretty nice. So we just got a Sunlight Medal. Every time you kill a boss, either as a Sunbro or with a Sunbro, which Knight Solaire is, you can tell when someone is a Sunbro by if their summon sign is yellow, like that. And anytime you kill a boss with or as a Sunbro, you get a Sunlight Medal. And you can, like, it's a way you pay for things within the covenant of the Sunbros. Shit. Skip this cutscene. And as you do that, you can unlock, like, miracles and stuff. But I don't use miracles, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm actually only ever in one covenant, the Dark's Wraiths. But that's at the end of the game. So covenants are basically just different groups in the game you can be part of. And as that happens, you can unlock different things, like the Dark Wraiths. You use humanity, you give them humanity, and they'll give you, like, they will give you, the first thing you unlock is the Red Eye Orb, I believe, with 10 humanity, and then once you give them 30 humanity, which is a bunch, you get their armor and their sword. But we won't see any dark wraiths for any NPC dark wraiths for a while. We might see invaders. I mean, yeah, exactly. And each covenant